All right, guys, from Mission, we have the Force 90 molded flights review, and it begins right now. All right, guys, here we go. It is flights review time, and you know what? I purchased these back in, I don't know, March or April of this year. So I've been sitting on them for quite a while, finally getting around to reviewing them. But yeah, in today's video, I'll be taking a close-up look at the Mission Force 90 all-in-one molded flight system. Very similar to the Condor Axe or the Target K-Flex or any of the other molded flight systems on the market. They got the Winmore Fusions as well. So this is Mission's version of those type of flights. A very rigid all-in-one molded flight system. Now, like I said, I bought them a while ago, got them at Dartshopper in the Netherlands. I'm gonna put up a quick screenshot just so you can get an idea of the price. All of them right around 10 US dollars, which I think is kind of reasonable. They come in the same 3 different lengths as all the other molded flight systems. And if you have a look over on their site, by the way, I'll have a link down in the pinned comment. They got a bunch of different shapes. They've got the standard size, I guess the number 6. They've got the number 2 as well. They also come in slims, which I have to buy a set of those. You'll see them in the next clip. Ton of different colors, and they also have a gradient version, which, you know, I'm a big fan of those. So yeah, again, link down below in the pinned comment. It's gonna take you over. You can check out all the Force 90 molded flights. So we're gonna go into the next clip. I'm gonna show you a close-up of these things. And there's one kind of glaring difference between these in the Condor Axe. So I'm gonna show you that, and then we'll get them on the board. We'll have a few throws, and I'll let you know how they perform. So I guess that's the most important part, right? How well do they work? So let's roll into it, guys. Hope you enjoy this one. The Mission Force 90 molded flights. Okay, guys, let me show you what I got here. I only bought 2 sets for this review. I figured that would be enough, but starting over here on the left, we have the standard number 2 tweenie, which pretty much is an intermediate. This is a clear version. And over here on the right, we have a set that I could actually use. These are a slim, again, tweenie, pretty much intermediate, black version. So we're going to start over here on the left. And, you know, to be honest, it's pretty much like any other rigid molded flight system on the market. You have the rigid flights that snap right back into place. And the only big difference here, the stem on the Force 90s, a little bit thicker compared to your Condor or your Target K-Flex. And it's incredibly hard to see, but up front here we have the Mission logo on both sides. So yeah, that's about it for these. And over here we have the slim version. So there's those. And with this being a smaller flight, it's definitely more rigid, that's for sure. So the only big difference, guys, I mean, these are pretty much like any other rigid molded flight system, except for one thing. And let me show you what it is. It's the weight. So check this out. Right here, I have a Condor Axe intermediate, and this is the standard size flight. So these weigh, all right, 1.55 grams. So now the Force 90, yeah, look at that, almost 0.4 of a gram heavier. So really, that's the only difference here. And I guess that's going to come down to personal preference. If you guys prefer a heavier stem and flight combo on the back end of your darts, the Mission Force 90 certainly are heavier. So check this out. We have a Condor Axe Slim. That weighs 1.37 grams. Now we have the Force 90 Slim. So yeah, quite a bit heavier, right? So 1.71 grams there. And really, to be honest, that's pretty much the only difference. I mean, those are really rigid compared to that to the Condor Axe. Yeah, these are a little bit less rigid. So I'm not sure. I guess the only question here is the heavier weight going to make these a little bit more durable? That remains to be seen. And obviously I can't test that in this video. I'll have to further test these flights in the future. But hey, let's get these things on the board. I am going to use my recently new match darts. We're going to go with these slim flights here. And let's get these things on the board, see how they fly. Pretty nice darts though, right? These are the WinMax ones that I reviewed recently. And I have a Target Storm Point up front. So yeah, let's get these things on the board, see how they fly. All right, guys, here we go. So just a few random throws. And if you look here, I decided to go with the standard size clear flights. Now at the end of the video, right after the 180, I have a comparison between these and the slim flights, and it all revolves around weight. So my issue throwing these things, I definitely noticed that these stems and flights are heavier compared to the Condor Axe or the Target K-Flex. I've never used a flight this large and had it land slightly tail down, as you're about to see. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan. I think maybe if you use a heavier stem, say you use an alloy stem, those are typically or generally heavier than a nylon stem, you might prefer the heavier Force 90. All comes down to personal preference, right? Just a few throws. Yeah, that one's perpendicular, straight out of the board. Hey, there it is. Third dart saver. Little deflection, so it did stand up. And I gotta say, I'm not sure if it's my imagination, but I don't think these darts with this stem and flight setup is getting to the board as quickly compared to a Condor Axe. Again, I wish I had a radar gun and we could conclusively determine the speed of our darts, but they just seem to be getting to the board kind of slow. Now, there's a perfect example. That, just looking at the camera, that is tail down. And again, I'm using a large size flight here. Never had that happen. So yeah, I'm definitely noticing the weight difference. $80. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? What, just a couple tenths of a gram, the difference it'll make on the extreme ends of a dart. Like if you add a longer point, how it's going to land in the board differently and maybe sit down or stand up. Bizarre. That's why, you know, everybody has to experiment with whatever setup works best for them. That's slightly tail down. That one's straight. Cover shot. Ah, tail down again. Wow. I mean, they throw okay. No complaints with really the performance. It's just the weight. So I'm thinking if you use an alloy stem, which obviously is heavier than a nylon stem, you might prefer the heavier Force 90s in case you do decide to switch to a molded flight system. Treble one. Third dart saves the day. So yeah, that's really my only issue with these things, the weight. Wow. Now that one, let me look at the camera there. Yeah, that is just really, that one's big time tail down. Kind of like a Phil Taylor dart. Never seen that with a standard size flight. Oh, 120? Can we do 60 more? Oh, 125. Anyway, yeah, look at that. That's really tail down. Boy, my new points sticking to the board really well. I'm actually going to have a video next week regarding my new match darts. Got some new points. But anyway, yeah, we'll cover that next week. So we'll do one more at the Bullseye. Now, I've mentioned this in other videos, but anyone that uses molded flights, strongly recommend that you use a specialty point. You want to eliminate that lip where the point meets the barrel. Otherwise, you're going to see some crazy deflections considering these things are just so rigid. So I think if you use molded flights, a specialty point, yeah, it's almost mandatory. Wow, no bull there. Oh, I completely missed. We'll do one more. Come on, the Bullseye, that's supposed to be my specialty. I can't not miss it or not hit it. Well, there's 4 misses in a row. Hey, there we go. All right, 225s. We'll call it there. So anyway, I guess that's my take on the Mission Force 90s. We got a 180 coming for you, which I happen to hit with these flights. And like I said, we're going to do a quick comparison with the slim flights. So let me know what you think. And again, I'm going to want you to comment at the end of the video. So let's roll into that 180. Hope you enjoy it. Took a lot of work to hit that thing. Let's go. Whew, that wasn't easy. However,
didn't see no wires, and then I heard boom from the amplifiers.
There's the third one. Nice weird deflection. First, second, and you know what? Since these larger flights were going tail down a little bit, I'm going to do a quick demo. Since the camera is zoomed in on the board, I want to show you how tail down the slim flights go. Let's do a quick change out. This ought to be interesting. Yeah, I tried the slim flights earlier, and man, it was like Phil Taylor with the tail down, extreme. So just give you a quick example here. Now going from those larger standard size flights to slims, this might not be pretty, but yeah, I just want to give you guys an example of how tail down these ones go. Hey, 100. Yeah, but look at that. They're just, I swear, if you get one in the treble 20, it almost blocks the bullseye. We'll do one more. Oh, man, they just drop out of sight. Well, anyway, that just gives you an idea, I suppose. Hey, 180, 100, 100. So there it is, guys. Great place to end the video. Hope you enjoyed the close-up look and review of the Mission Force 90 all-in-one molded flight system. If you did enjoy the video, thumbs up. Always appreciate it. However, this is where we need your help. Leave a comment down below. Let us know if you've tried these flights, whether it's the slim, the standard, the number 6, number 2, and comment down below what you think of them, because obviously I've just been playing with these this afternoon. I can't comment on their durability, but they've been out on the market for a while, so I'm sure there's a lot of you that have tried them. Just, yeah, comment down below. Let us know what you think of them. But for me personally, just a little too heavy on the back end. And yeah, again, even with those standard size flights, still going either straight in or tail down, which just doesn't really work all that well for me. But anyway, reminder, link down below in the pinned comment. I'm going to take you over to Dartshopper. You can check these out. Again, about 10 US dollars. And I suppose we're going to leave it at that. So till next time, guys, Friday, we got a really short, pretty good video for you. So stay tuned Friday. We'll see you on the next video. Later.